Hello again and welcome if you're new. In this video we're going to be doing a Friday reset, but we're starting off this video this is on Tuesday of that same week. We had come back and put away all of the dishes that we had washed on Monday the day before. So those are getting put away now, and then we're going to get into our Friday reset.
Good morning. So we've been sick all week. I managed to reset on Monday and Tuesday, and then I did not keep it tidy. So today's Friday. We're going to go ahead and reset for the weekend so that we can enjoy the home for the weekend since we'll be home. I managed to take a shower. I was feeling really sick yesterday and tired the day before. So I took a shower today, feeling better. I'm gonna get my socks on so that I feel nice and cozy, and then I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, and then I think we'll just dive into the home reset for this Friday. There's a lot to do. We've got dishes, we've got laundry, and I don't remember what else. I have a list. But yeah, let's get some house cleaned and just help it to be an enjoyable weekend for us all this weekend. So I'll get my socks on and make my cup of tea, and we'll get into it.
On this day, I did decide to drink the green tea and the blackberry citrus tea, hoping it would give me a bit of an immune system boost. I was ready at this point to get going, so we went right into starting our first load of laundry. When we have a lot of clothes that need to get washed, I like to sort it by person and by category, kind of, so that it's just easier once they come out of the dryer to get them put away quickly. So I'm starting off with a load of my husband's clothes, and then I put in a load of my clothes. I separate the whites, and I do a load of whites. I do a load of his work clothes, but I think on this day I mixed his work clothes in with his regular clothes because he didn't have that many regular clothes. for this load, so I just mixed them together. And then I went ahead and looked for any other clothes that needed to get done. I did another load of my daughter's clothes, and I did get around to switching out our bed sheets and getting some clean bed sheets on our bed and resetting that. The couple of problem areas I try to focus on Friday, since it is our weekend, is I try to make sure our bedroom is tidied. I try to make sure our laundry is mostly caught up on. I try to clean up our kitchen, and then I just do a quick tidy on the living room. And that's because I just want us to be able to enjoy our home when we do have time at home. And since it's our weekend and we're looking to recover and to rest, I really want those areas where we want to rest to be available to us. This blanket that I had taken off the bed was not our regular blanket. It's our guest blanket. We had used it the night before because I managed to put our actual blanket through the wash, and when it comes out of the dryer, it's not fully dry. So I had set it up over the couch overnight to completely dry. So we just used a different blanket. But now we're going to get clean sheets on this bed. We're going to set up our freshly clean blanket here so that once we get home and once the weekend starts, we can get some good sleep the weekend of, and then just be refreshed for the next week. Here comes the quality control inspector just to make sure everything's in order and that everything is proper. I think we passed. I was still feeling quite fatigued from being sick the last couple days, so at this point I decided I was going to sit down, have a little bit of a snack. This is a Cliff Bar, and I drink my tea for a little while, and then after I felt up and ready to go, I went ahead and got started on the dishes since I was waiting for the load of laundry to come out.
This is what we're dealing with. Let's get back a little bit. There's a ton. I mean, that's some stuff that I bought new that I'm going to need to wash anyways, but definitely have a bunch in this area and a couple over here. I did see some cups around the house, so I'm going to go grab those before I start. First, let me get this other one. Yeah, so today's Friday. I think it's the 3rd of May. And my husband has the weekend off, but we have kind of a lot of things that are going on this particular weekend. We ordered a stand freezer, which is coming and being installed and delivered tomorrow. And I need to prep the area for that. So that's something I need to go do too. And then at some point I'm going to need to look up and see where I can get some good, decent quality meat. I don't know if I want like best quality meat, but decent quality meat. We really would like to stock up on some steak and maybe some chicken, different beef cuts and some chicken. So I'm going to have to figure out where that is. I'll probably visit Winco again next week on Wednesday because that's what I heard, that they go on sale. I'll definitely be checking back in. I don't remember what else. There was one more thing. I don't remember. I'll have to look at my list.
Something that I had said before that I don't think I put in the video last time we went through a house reset was how my perspective on the dishes, especially pots and pans and having a ton of dishes to do, is actually, for me, I try to find my gratitude in it, because to me it feels like we've done a good job whenever I have an accumulation of dishes, because we used to have a really difficult problem with that, in terms of we would eat out a ton and we would just constantly be eating out. And so when I have dishes that accumulate, I just feel so kind of proud of us for eating at home. Even though it is a bit of a task, I still feel very grateful to have to be washing so many dishes. Something that was really frustrating in our season when we were eating out, which I'm going to get into more later in a later video, but something that was so frustrating to me about eating out, and my husband as well, is that we would eat out and the food we would get, we wouldn't even enjoy it at all. We didn't like it. It didn't taste good, and it just hurt us so much on a physical level in terms of our health, and on a mental level we were just feeling so frustrated, both with our physical health, with our mental health, and with our finances. There was just so many things going on. So I'm going to be getting into our finances in a later video, probably not next week, but the week after. And I'm going to get more in depth on that and kind of our goals. As a homemaker, these little tedious tasks that you have to do over and over and over again, especially when they get really backed up and caught, just you're way behind on them, they can feel really frustrating. And they can just start to become this normal thing that goes unseen, where you're putting in all this effort and all this work, but it's just expected of you. So then it just becomes very frustrating. But um, something that, just that perspective tends to be what really helps in these situations, the perspective of gratitude, the perspective of just being grateful for the things that we have, being grateful for the season that we're in, being grateful for each other's company, and just the different things in our life, just being grateful for them. That perspective change really helped me to not feel so frustrated day in and day out about all these little tasks, and instead to practice that gratitude and just that continued enjoyment of life in the little moments. Something that I am very grateful for that my husband does is that he comes home and he says thank you about everything that I do, even the things he doesn't notice. If I tell him that I did something, or if he does notice some things that I do, he'll tell me thank you regularly. That is his love language, though. His love language is gratitude. He likes to be acknowledged and thanked. So he's always someone who spearheads the gratitude train, and that's something I'm really grateful for. Another thing that I'm really grateful for that my husband does is that when I do mess up, whenever I get frustrated or make mistakes, he never blames me. He never puts blame on me, never accuses me. He does his best to correct me in a very understanding and loving way, which helps humble me often. Once I finished all of these dishes and buttoned up the kitchen, I did go ahead and make myself a cup of coffee at that point because I was tired and I still had a ton of laundry to get done, which that's okay. We're gonna get through all of it and we're gonna have a great weekend. While I was waiting for my coffee, I went ahead and went on a bit of a rant, and you'll hear that in just a minute about my child's new cleaning obsession on keeping the living room clean, which is why I haven't had to do it, and also the reason why it's been cleaner because my dog is no longer allowed to be in the living room at night unsupervised. And then we just go into a couple other things, and that's it.
My child's been really adamant about cleaning it. She really enjoys Swiffering it, and she's been on a kick of picking up her toys and putting her toys away in her room, which has been an awesome phase. I love that. So our living room is actually in decent order because two things changed recently. We set up our dog so that she's kind of only in half of the house. So she's not been able to climb up on the couch. She's not been able to climb up on the couch. She hasn't been laying on all the blankets and pillows that are out there, which is really nice because they were constantly smelling awful. So really enjoy that she's not able to climb up on the couch anymore. She has her nice comfy bed over here in our office space. So she has a nice comfy bed here. It's not that we don't want her to be comfy. We just really were frustrated because our couch was constantly, because we have a fabric couch. Our couch and our couch, like our couch blankets and whatnot, were just constantly smelling horrible, which made sitting in the living room really just not enjoyable. So yeah, that has been awesome. But then additionally, my daughter's been really good at not only picking up her toys, but she's been doing really good at not sitting on the couch and eating. She's been sitting at the dining table because the dining table and the couch are right there next to each other. But for a while there, she was just really wanting to sit on the couch, and she would just leave crumbs and messes and spills everywhere. So I've been really trying to get on her about sitting at the table and eating, which I think she's been doing really well. So the couch is actually nice. The blankets are clean. I just cleaned them a couple days ago. They were kind of smelly because we just implemented the dog in half of the house recently. And then she can come out into the living room and hang out with us whenever we're out there. But I just, at night, when we were sleeping and not there, she liked to go and sit onto the couch and lay on all the blankets, even though she knew she wasn't supposed to. So it's been really nice because now we have her in half of the house for the evening. We're going to move her kennel over here into the office space soon. It's going to be a bit of a project for me because I want to build a tabletop for it. So that's been really nice, but it's also been really nice because my daughter has been sitting at the dining table and eating her snacks and her food. I want to clean the couch cushion covers, but I'm not going to deal with that today. That is not on my list today. The couch blankets are clean, so if we wanted to sit out there, it's fine. It's just that the couch kind of smells a little bit now since the dog is no longer there, but used to be there. She stank it up. She needs her own bath, my dog, which I don't know whether or not I'll get done today. I wanted to get that done this week. She needs a bath. She stinks. She was out in the rain recently, and so now she just smells really bad. But I don't know if I'm going to get to that today. I might. I don't know. I'm going to drink my coffee, however, and see how I'm feeling from there, because I need to get that laundry done. I need to, coffee is brewing. I need to get the laundry done, and also I need to, if I can, I'm going to sit down and do computer work after that. Dishes are done. I need to wipe down this counter here. I'm going to put some things over there away. But after this, I'm going to go check on the laundry, see if it can get moved over to the dryer. And then I might go ahead and sit down and try to work on my computer work. Maybe. I'm really trying to get that done. So I'm going to sit down and work on my computer work. And we'll see how I'm doing today, because maybe I'll go ahead and give that dog a bath. We'll see. If I can't do that today, then maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I just don't think I'm going to get to it tomorrow. I kind of want to do it today. But this is the coffee I'm going to drink. This is Cross Acres coffee. The medium roast. And it's the Mocha Java. Mocha, M-O-C-C-A. So it's not like chocolate flavored or anything like that. It's just the type of coffee. I don't think you can see that, but very cool. Love that. Coffee's brewing. I'm gonna wipe down these counters, get that stuff put away, and then I'm gonna check on the laundry.
This here is my tea collection, and I'm just adding the new boxes of the green tea and then the blackberry citrus that I like a lot that I just got from the store recently. This is black tea, chai, vanilla flavored black tea, which I really love. My husband is not a fan, which I thought was really funny because he's the one who usually likes things that are like cinnamony and like nutmeggy, the spices. I did get some other stuff here. These are older that are not my favorite. I'm really trying to get into the dandelion tea, which I have not been enjoying it, so I don't know, maybe I'm not preparing it properly or what. And then the spearmint tea and chamomile tea. I did learn recently that there is a big difference between just regular chamomile tea and then like the sweet sleepy dream teas and different types of like chamomile mixes, because they're not chamomile, they're like a mix of different flavors with chamomile, which I don't like that. I had a couple of things here left on the table from when we had gone to shopping, so I went ahead and put those away. I threw away all the trash, I put away the trash, and then I put away my seeds and finished wiping off these counters. I ended up also just wiping out the microwave really quick because it was not that dirty before moving on to drinking my coffee and finishing up the laundry. I have designated bins per seed category here, but I did end up putting all of my new seeds just here in this one container because I wanted to come back to them soon and go ahead and try to plant some of them out. I did want to take the opportunity to show you the Lysol concentrate that I use in my all-purpose spray bottles. The spray bottles, they're not what they say on the label necessarily. Here in this closet, I have these large containers of concentrate that I buy from Amazon. This bottle here, that is not the right one. This bottle, and I have one in the kitchen that I refill regularly, and that is with this Lysol concentrate. I like both of these. I buy them two different scents. This one is a lemon, the lemon scented one, which I use primarily in my spray bottles, and then I usually use this blue one to clean the floors, but I really like the smell of this blue one, but it doesn't come in a larger bottle like the lemon one does. Moving on, I think for laundry today, I did 4 loads. I did my husband's clothes, I did a load of my clothes, I did a load of whites, and then I also did a load of my daughter's clothes, which we're going to be folding and washing them all today. It does take me a lot longer to switch my clothes and my daughter's clothes over to the dryer because I often have to pull clothes out that don't belong in the dryer, and then I air dry those on a rack in our room. I like when I do loads of laundry to sort by person rather than by a type of clothing, because then it makes it a lot easier here when I'm folding and getting things sorted to put them away, because then I'm only dealing with one person's clothing at a time rather than a bunch of different clothes and other people's clothes, because when I mix my clothes in with my husband's, it's just a bit more overwhelming for me. So then I separate our clothes so that it's easier to get them put away. I try to fold a load when they come out of the dryer so that it doesn't accumulate to be multiple loads having to get folded at once, because that just takes a lot less brain power for me and just allows it to be done when it's done. Like when the last load comes out and that gets folded, that's done. And that's the way I like to do it. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but most times this is the way I like to do it. This load was a load of my husband's regular home clothes and his work clothes, and his work clothes actually go in our bathroom closet because that's just the way I have it organized. I prefer it that way, and I like that they're separated. It's a bit more organized for me, and he can find everything he's looking for when he needs it. This is also where I have our socks and our under stuff organized in this little shoe caddy that hangs up in the closet. This is where I put all of our socks and all of our other things that are just small knick-knack things that would belong in a dresser or a drawer. I prefer to have them here, and they're just organized here by different types, and just his stuff is on the bottom, my stuff is on the top. It just makes everything so easy to find, and I love that. Moving on, here is a load of my clothes coming out of the dryer. I made sure to clean out the dryer vent because I don't always do it. The whites are coming out, so they're going in the dryer. And then I sat down here with my daughter's clothes and some stain remover and started spraying them all over. So she had a lot of stains on them this time, and then they went into the washing machine. As you can imagine, this took a little bit of time, but once I got them all stain treated, I went ahead and I put them into the washing machine, and then I took a quick moment before I went to go fold my clothes to broom up this floor, since this was the last load that was going into the washer. This was my load of laundry, and then I finished folding my things, and my husband had gotten home at this point where he surprised us with some donuts that he had brought home from work, which was a really awesome treat. We haven't had donuts in so long. We took a moment to enjoy these, and then I got back to finishing up the rest of these loads. We did have lunch earlier. I know you didn't get to see it, but we did eat actual lunch earlier this day. Woohoo! The last load into the dryer. Time to put away a couple of whites, and then I gotta hang and put away some of these little teeny tiny clothes, and then we're done. I set up the drying rack for some of her clothes and my clothes that are gonna just dry overnight here in our room, and then those will get put away tomorrow. Well, that's it for this video. I know it was a bit long. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to be seeing you soon. I should be posting again, I believe next week, and we'll be going into the things I did for some home maintenance and what I did to set up for the new deep freezers or stand freezer that's coming in. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.